So now I'm going to ask my airport friends to come up, and they're going to riff off each other, and I hope it comes up. This is like going to be like a whole show, I think.
And he just set the bar way too high for us. So I'm Barry Rondinella. We've got John Stout, Mark Widsoe. We go back with Eric a ways. You know, I'm not related to Eric, but I kind of wish I had been. We'd have been great brothers growing up together. But so I first met Eric at a conference in Monterey. It was a million years ago. And we were in this crowded room, it was hot, and he's drinking like some cosmopolitan or something. This is a little pretty drink. And I said, boy, isn't that kind of a feminine drink? And he goes, you would know. I'm like, you know that eyebrow he does? You know, and I'm like, I like this guy. We can hang out together. So Eric and I have, as Scott mentioned, we've climbed Kilimanjaro together. We've been in a hot air balloon over the Sahara Desert. We're going to go to Machu Picchu, maybe in his airplane if Susan lets us. Thank you, Peru. Thank you. Most of the stories I have about Eric, I can't really. But we've had some really wonderful times together. You know, I keep hearing people talk about how supportive he is and all of that. That's not been my experience. It's been quite the opposite. We're sitting in a restaurant where was the hotel? African Tulip?
Oh, yeah, it was
Arusha. And we had been there before the climb up Kilimanjaro, and we're back there, and the ladies, they all want to get married, right? So they're asking us if we're married, and this and that. And one of them says to Eric, he goes, did you make it to the top? And Eric goes, yeah, I made it to the top, and so did he. And she goes, well, I knew he would make it. And the gesture that Eric made to me at the dinner table that night was, again, not fit for anyway, wonderful career with him. Never got to work with him, but we all served with him in a group called SWAI, Southwest AAA, American Association of Airport Executives. And we got to see each other grow up. My kids grew up with his kids. Evan and Liam were with my daughters, and they're still friends to this day. They get on TikTok or whatever the hell's going on with that stuff. And it's just been a remarkable journey, and these gentlemen as well. So let me get out of the way and let them talk.
Thanks, Barry. So that's very fun. We got to know each other at SWAI, and I think Eric got his first SWAI meeting when he was a student at San Jose State and started making moves on my wife. No, it was the other way around. That's right. Yeah, that was a little disappointing. So this organization is, you know, like many professional organizations, it's how you can get the job, how you can learn the job, then do the job, and then hopefully love the job, and then pass it on to your colleagues and the next generation.
We were supposed to be doing all that?
And so all of us, we did that. We grew up in this little organization, and we got a little bit better jobs, and then we joined committees, and then we got on the board of directors, and we thought we were all big. And then they asked us to be in the leadership and go up and be president of the organization. And we didn't realize what kind of a load that was going to be. But we all did it, and we did it to the best of our ability. And part of that is because we knew we had built connections within that organization that we could rely on the other members. And that's one of the things that I think I'm seeing here is Eric has been a hub of a giant network, both professional and familial and friend networks that adds value to our lives. And those are long-standing connections that are still strong today. So, you know, he has, like Scott mentioned, he's quite the interesting leader. And but there are some common themes of what he's done very well, which is attract a great team, and then assign them something impossible to do. But let them do it their way, you know, just tell them to get it done and report when they're finished.
How hard could it be?
How hard could running an airport be? You know, piece of cake. But then he thanks him for doing a great job and shows that recognition. So, like what was mentioned before, this is not the end. You know, he's got new mountains to climb and new trailheads to start off on and explore. And he's got new networks to build. And now with your advanced age, you can kind of design.
That's the gesture right there.
You can design a Boy Scout badge for elder care. Thank you very much.
He wrote all that down in just like the last 10 minutes. Before John comes up, I just want to tell you a little story about John. We were asked, the three of us, to, contribute to SWAHI as old guys, you know, to try to help them move from one place to another place. And we were kind of working on it together, and John came up with an acronym. He said, we're WOW. And I'm like, what do you mean WOW? He goes, we're wise old white men. This is John Stout, ladies and gentlemen.
I know the theme was supposed to be a roast, but on the table there's a thing that Eric loves to stand behind. That little camera thing.
Yeah, I don't know where it
Sorry
is.
about that, but
Okay.
known Eric 2 decades plus through SWAHI, through the Bay Area Airports Management Association. We came up together, but there's this little dive bar in Monterey called Civilians. And that camera really prevents the roasting because I don't know what he still has. But there's definitely some things. I'm going to now Eric with everybody in 2012. Remember this fondly because going up, Barry and Mark brought up, it was to bring people along in the organization. I wanted to run for the board, go for the second vice president role. And unbeknownst to me, Eric also wanted to do it the same year. So put in, found out he put in, and we were hosting the conference in Santa Rosa. We decided, well, we get along, this is a fun organization, let's have fun. We both agreed. He came up with an idea. We played the Rocky theme song. It was a big conference room, 2 aisles. We come down the aisle like 2 fighters, didn't dig it out. And then he kicked my ass with a speech. So, that year, but that's how it was every year with Eric. He's always smiling and getting the dirt. So, congratulations. Looking forward to you working as a consultant. So, see you around.